And the Blue Hens will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Texas A&M's offense will go to work first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Right, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
The Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. And here comes the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So Delaware's offense will have its first possession of the game. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the gun, give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On the run, it's Silva. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun on 3rd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Cradles it at the 35. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Blue Hens will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. A&M comes back out with another first down. Got it behind the line. It's Norman. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon.
It's a running room. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going hand in hand.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away.
Number 10 on to kick it away.
They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Looking for space. It's Silva. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Takes it on the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Tries to do it himself on the draw. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Finding an escape route. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Hauls it in. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice move to pick up yardage. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. No fair catches here, looking for room. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. He's out past the 35. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it inside the 25. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's got it on the move. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Hens! Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass. And it's blocked. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bringing it out. Hits him with a stiff arm. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. In the middle, it's Norman. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And I love the quarterback's accuracy. Hit him in stride, man. Hit him where he can catch the football and continue to run and do more damage after the catch like he did right now.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Aggies come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Trying play action. And the timing just a hair off.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here comes the heat. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front.
It's another safety. Can you believe this? 2nd of the game. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Oh, he's got a chance. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Williams. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Quarterback on the keeper. It's a seam wide open. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Working the middle, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. They'll immediately call timeout. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man down the middle.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Takes it from the gun on third down. Floating away. He's loose. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you?
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. And the Blue Hens will punt it away on 4th down. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Now on 2nd down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, going up top. It's caught downfield. That's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the take. A big play for this defense.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option, down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. There he goes. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Absolutely center cut. They extend the lead to 5 here in the third. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time.
Oh, and he can't get it out of there. It's blocked. And after the block punt and all that followed, they'll start this drive inside their 30. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This drive will open from the 15. They'll give it to the back. Find some fresh air. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off-play action on first down. Fires left. It's complete. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38? The Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They just keep firing. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a gap. It's Lemon. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Couldn't quite. In. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Blue Hens decide to punt it away. Touchdown Aggies! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through.
Well, they needed a momentum-shifting play. Playing at home, they're able to get the punt return and take it the distance. Pollock, he made one guy miss, and it was off to the races.
Great job. Secure the catch, make the guy miss, get towards that sideline, and just use your speed and get to the end zone. What a great game-changing play, and this place is going bananas.
After the touchdown, if they could get this too, we'll have a tie ball game. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He gets into the end zone, and the two-point conversion ties the game. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
A little screen to the running back. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. So the final period starts with a second down play. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
And the Blue Hens are flying down the field. Wants to throw it. Right on the money. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And how loud is it in this building? This This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Got it in stride at the 15. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll do it himself. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Delaware! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Silva. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Now, don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the kick.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the third sack of the game for this unit.
Makes the catch around the 50. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Plucks it out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give on the option. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. With the catch, it's Silva. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Norman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Slithers into space. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. He'll do it himself on the draw. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
So here comes our first play of overtime. quarterback on the keeper. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The Aggies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Going for 6. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute when they do it.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. Now on the option. Now the toss. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. Field is condensed. Not a lot of room to work with here on 3rd and goal in overtime. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they score first here in overtime.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly to the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
4th down to keep their chances alive in overtime. On 4th down, going to the air. Can't make the grab. The desperation 4th down play, and this one is over. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.